An 86-year-old grandmother is accused of pirating a game and may have to pay $5,000 in fees. It gets even more messed up and silly from there. So this comes from Christine McMillan. She's an 86-year-old woman from Ontario, Canada, and she got a notice in the mail that she pirated Metro 2033, which is unlikely, according to her, because she doesn't play games. And she does have a grandson. Here she says, "I found it quite shocking. I'm 86 years old. No one has access to my computer but me. Why would I download a war game?" So she does have an adult grandson who she says doesn't have access to her computer. Side note, he probably does, but that's beside the point.
That's what I was gonna say.
She lives in an apartment building. So this could have maybe been someone leeching from her internet connection. I don't know. But it's funny, to imagine an elderly woman pirating a game, an FPS by any rate.
Yeah.
But it's messed up because she got a notice in the mail from a private company called Canadian Intellectual Property Rights Enforcement that was forwarded to her by her internet provider, which now legally has to happen. And it said very vaguely, they didn't tell me how much I owed. They only told me that if I didn't comply, I would be liable for a fine of up to $5,000 and I could pay immediately by entering my credit card number. That screams of a scam.
Yeah,
it does. And this is terrible because what it seems to be doing is preying on people who don't understand technology laws, who don't understand copyright laws, who are maybe, like an elderly person, not really versed on how the internet works and how these rights worked and how intellectual property works. It's really messed up. It's predatory. It's, by the way, also not really enforceable. You can't really legally demand to pay a copyright holder to just a private citizen through a private company.
It screams to me like there's some iffy business going on. Like if you call up someone and you're basically like, I'm not going to tell you how much you owe, but if you just give us your credit card information, we'll take it out your account and you won't be liable to the $5,000 that we could charge you. It definitely screams a scam. I think you're absolutely right. There could be someone else who's just potentially leeching onto her internet connection in order to download what they want to download. But also in my mind, I'm humoring the idea that she just closes the door on those people and then just puts on her headset and just sits down and starts playing like Call of Duty or something like that.
If she did, that's awesome.
That'd be badass.
And I like her more.
In my mind, I'm thinking that.
But really what this is just, by the way, if you get a notice, you're not necessarily guilty of anything. Yeah. It's just a notice. So there's no way for them to prove, she actually did this on her own. And there's no way that they can legally demand a fee from her. This is ridiculous. This is clearly meant to scare her into just surrendering money that they are under no way allowed to collect. So thankfully, Thankfully, McMillan says she has not paid the fee, and she won't until something else happens further on. There is a review of Canada's Copyright Act set for 2017, hopefully. If you get a message like this, don't. Just don't feed into this. Don't let them scare you. It's a private company like this has no way of demanding this kind of payment from someone. This screams of a scam.
Yep. And especially targeting an 86-year-old woman. I mean, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? There's certain people out there you can target. Don't target 86-year-old
women. A lot of companies do that.
I
mean, I actually quit one of my first jobs in college because they were like, it was like a company where they call people and ask for donations.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, ooh, target the elderly because they're lonely. Yeah. Just tell them you're inviting them to something. And I was like, this is terrible. You're taking advantage of them. You're misrepresenting what it is you're asking for. It's not for me. This is the reason why I ran away from sales screaming.
Well, that was a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
You fell on your feet, let's just say.
I'm not willing to be dishonest in order to collect money from people. But I'm
well, you can't run for president
here. We do have this company still in existence, probably still collecting a lot of money. Audience, have you seen a scam like this? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.